what an end to the game.
Wow, I'm glad it finished the way it did for us, for Man United. But yeah, it wasn't without kind of worrying up there in the heavens. I was up there in the gantry, but I thought it was I have to say, first and foremost to Rangers, who are a depleted team. A lot of young players out in that team. I thought they'd really handled themselves and conducted themselves very well, and they'll come out with very much credit. But Man United left it late, and I think the captain fantastic in many ways in terms of what he produces goal-wise and creativity. Bruno Fernandes stepped up when was needed and produced a moment, and very, very convincing in terms of that finish.
When we were waiting just at the corner there, Alan, to come back out here pitch side at the full-time whistle, we were there when Rangers scored that equaliser. At that point, could you see United getting a winner?
Not really, if I'm totally honest. I thought Rangers could maybe just try and control the possession a little bit more, just give them a little bit of an opportunity. But at this level, it's small margins. And I think defensively, you have to be switched on 100% of the time. And unfortunately, Rangers weren't. Jeffrey kind of fell asleep a little bit at the back post, unfortunately. But as I said to you before, I think Rangers can be very proud of what they've done and achieved here tonight.
Rio, did it just show, though, just how much Manchester United wanted and needed that win?
Yeah, definitely. I think if Man United are going to build something towards the end of the season, this is the type of result you need. I think they find it hard to come across points at home recently, and performances and points. So tonight, I thought it wasn't about a performance tonight. It was about getting a result, making sure they won this game to kind of set the tone for the games that are coming up. And they've done that. By hook or by crook, they've done it. And I think it's up to the management and the staff there to find the positives within today to really kick this team on.
I mentioned to Alan just a couple of minutes ago about the importance of this competition to Manchester United now, because obviously the league season hasn't been going the way they'd have liked it to go. So how important is it that they stay strong in a competition like this?
Yeah, and I think Amran and his staff will be saying that to these players. I think, yeah, they're going to try and improve. They're going to look for some consistency within the performances and the results in the Premier League. But this is a huge opportunity. It's a great opportunity for these players to really kind of put a marker down and get their hands on some sort of silverware. Whether that happens will remain to be seen, but you've got to set a target somewhere.
Yeah. All right, well, let's take a look at how the match unfolded, because all three of the goals came in the second half. We talked about Jack Butland's return to Manchester United, return to Old Trafford. This isn't how he wanted his return to go.
No, absolutely not. I think he gets his timing all wrong, but as we spoke about, he's not been in the team for a number of weeks now. He's been in hospital for an issue. He's just back to training. I think when you're not playing regularly, training every single day, your timing's probably the first thing to go, and we all see it's a mistake. He'll know it. He's made one, and unfortunately, it happens.
Definition of a howler, isn't it?
I was trying to be nice there.
I know you were, but, you know, Rio?
Ali said that in commentary, actually. So, yeah, I think if he came out here and he'd talk about it, I think he'd say exactly the same. There's no real hiding place for a mistake like that. And it's not like he had loads of bodies around him either. He could see it clearly. He was coming onto it, but timing, I agree with you, got it all wrong.
The equaliser, though, scored by the substitute. What a moment, right in front of all of those travelling Rangers fans as well, Alan.
Yeah, brilliant. And I'm happy for him, I must admit, because he's had to come off the bench now recently because of Igaman and his performance. But James Tavernier I thought was excellent tonight. We know that he's got good delivery into areas. That touch and finish was outstanding. I mean, with the pressure that's on him, Harry Maguire, you can see it the whole way. There's a little nudge there, but you expect that from a striker. But just look at this, eye on the ball, touch, spin, and the composure just to drill it into that far netting it was a great finish. And I genuinely thought they could take something from the game at that moment in time.
It was a breathtaking finish. It silenced the whole place. It's been loud tonight. That silenced it there. But what I would say, when you've got three centre-backs and it's a one straight ball that can go over and beat everybody, can't happen. Cannot happen. And that comes down to concentration and making sure that you're alive to those situations. But can't take nothing away from that.
Looking at as a centre-back, go and win it, and the other two just tuck round, and then that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So it's communication then.
Yeah, definitely. Communication, as I said, concentration, to be alive to that. You can't get that ball come from 40 yards away. One of the three centre-halves has to go and get a contact on that ball, or like you say, or be able to cover around if the first one doesn't make the first contact.
Got a feel for those fans, obviously. We've just seen them here. They often keep the away support in the ground just for safety reasons, and we can just see them just in here. They're very quiet now. It's a different story before the game. But what will they have thought of their team's performance out there?
Like I said to you earlier, I think they'll be proud of their performance. I mean, it's been difficult for Rangers and Rangers fans away from home. I spoke about at the start of the show how they've dropped 20 points. I think it's only 3 victories. It's been really difficult. So to come to Old Trafford, a stage like this, with everything on the line and put on that performance, I think you have to build on this now. That's the thing. Take the confidence from this game into the next one and start to build.
I thought in and out of possession they were very good. I thought they looked very, very kind of structured. They were hard to play through for long periods of this game. And it was only when Man United sped it up and it was the quality of the play jumped a couple of notches that they actually got through them at times. But as again, for a young team to come out and conduct themselves and play the way they did, I thought they have to take huge credit for that.
At that point, it felt like the game was going to end as a 1-1 draw and that Rangers were going to come away from Old Trafford with something. But then football just sometimes throws up these moments, Rio. The captain stepping up and getting this stoppage time winner.
Yeah, and Martinez has to take huge credit for this as well, because he comes out with it. The centre-back comes out. He's you can see this is coming late in the game. He could easily play that wide and just pass it wide, but he takes on that responsibility. It's a wonderful pass, cross into the box. And Bruno's run is a very good one. I don't think he has to do much. It's a good one. He's in there. He makes the run off the left back, but he has to see that left back. How many times we see fullbacks? You played there. Go to sleep in those
Don't get me wrong, I've done it myself. So
we all have.
Not alone before I say it, but I think he has to come round quicker, earlier, tuck in, open his shoulders so he can see everything. He can see the ball in front of him. The problem is it's happened once or twice before. I know he's only young and he will improve. He'll get better. He's shown that he can do it. But it's just been about consistency, being at that high level week in, week out. And he can do it.
Celebrations right in front of the Stretford end as well.
Yeah. And once the ball got into that position and it was going on to Bruno's feet, I don't think there was anybody else in this stadium that I'd want the ball to fall to in that moment there, because the conviction, the class, the quality and belief that he has in those situations is as much as you're going to see in the game. So I was pleased to see it go in the back of the net, and I think, like I said, it wasn't about performance today. It was all about getting a result after the result we saw at the weekend.
I've got a feeling if you were down in the corner where me and Alan were watching that, there would have been a selfie video. You love those, don't you?
There would have been a knee slide onto the pitch.
Rangers scored and I'd done nothing.
Stunned.
Of all the fans.
Alan was very quiet.
Oh, you was there, sorry.
Yeah,
I was in the tunnel.
So
I was wise.
I didn't bother.
All right, guys, should we get some reaction now from the Manchester United manager? Ruben Amorim has been talking to Emma Dodds.
Well, Ruben, how big a victory is that for your team this evening? How do you assess the performance?
I think we did well. We play better with the ball, more connections. You can feel it, more speed sometimes with the ball. I think we start well, and then we lost the control of the game for 7 minutes because of small bad decisions. But I think the lads did well, and even when we suffer the goal from Rangers, we are so near of the second goal. We miss so many chances. In this moment, it's so hard, but then they recover, and I think it was a good victory.
Was the result more important than the performance this evening?
I think it's everything together. Of course, we are not playing our best. We are far from that, but we improved from the last game. I know that the opponent is different, the pace, everything is different, but they try it, and you can see it. Again, the connections, some movements, some plays, and I think we did well for the time that we have to practice. Again, I think we need to be more clinical in the right moments, because that can help us a lot.
And as far as the competition is concerned, it is a big 3 points as you bid to finish in those top 8 places.
It's very important. It's if you look at the schedule, it's 2 weeks with 1 game there. We have to take these games there, so it will be like 2 weeks free to prepare Premier League. That is really tough. So it's really important to stay in this position.
You had to make a change. You brought Harry Maguire, and was that an injury to delete?
He felt something in his leg, also Lenny, and we cannot risk anything. I know that we have to win, but we also have to protect the players and to show that everybody matters and everybody is important too in this moment.
You mentioned the chances that you had that you weren't able to take, but what about the first goal? We've seen United concede directly from corners in recent matches. Was it pleasing, albeit it was an own goal for Rangers, but was it pleasing to see that set piece come off?
It's really important, because we start the game winning or scoring first. That is important. Then set pieces. we take a intensive course in set pieces here, so you can see that we can take to Europe. It's quite different. We scored the first one in Premier League is not a foul, so we are improving. It was not a perfect performance, but a good performance.
And what about as far as transfers are concerned? Do you expect a lot of business to happen between now and the window? We saw Garnacho, for example, playing and being a real threat for you today. Do you hope he stays beyond this window?
I don't know what will happen. Let's focus on the games. We have these players, so let's improve the team. Think about the players that are here. We don't know until the window is closed. Anything can happen.
Thank you and well done.
Thank you very much.
We will get Rio and Alan's thoughts on what might happen. Some of the players that are linked with moves away, including Alejandro Garnacho and potentially the future of Marcus Rashford as well. In a couple of minutes, Amram's analysis of it there, he said they need to be more clinical, but it was an improvement on the last game. What areas did you see those improvements tonight?
At times there was managing the football and controlling the game at times. I don't think it was anywhere near a perfect performance, but what I would say is that not just from the previous game, you're seeing the effort. I think I've questioned many times when I've been here at games live or in studios or on my front room, I've questioned effort and application and desire. I'm not seeing that now, and that's a pleasing thing.
You seeing that?
Yeah, I think Rio's right. I think the manager summed it up really well. They only lost control of the game for about 10 minutes, if that, so he can be proud. They'll want to build on that, but it's small margins. It's the fine details that make you at the top end of the table, and that's what he needs to correct when we're talking about the goal that they conceded. So it's work in progress.
Okay, it's fair to say that we saw that fight, we saw that effort.
Well, Bruno, congratulations on the win, congratulations on your goal. I think you can hear behind us what it means to these fans. What does it mean to you to get this result?
Oh, obviously, we know how much it means for the fans to win games, but it means the same for us. You know, you really want to win games. We are a little bit frustrated because at the moment, I think we start very well this year with two great games against Liverpool and Arsenal. Against Arsenal, we didn't play brilliant football, but we won the game, you know, with one man less. We did well. Then Southampton, we had good resilience. Even again, didn't play brilliant football. I think at moments we controlled the game, but we could have done it better. Then we had the game against Brighton that, unfortunately, everything went wrong for us. But today was important to get the win because we want to get through in the Europa League. We want to go to the final in Bilbao, and we have to win every game. So we want to be in the first 8, so we avoid to play 2 more games.
And is the manner of the victory, though, to when Rangers equalise, for you to be able to go up the pitch and still get the winner? Are you proud of the characters from the team?
No, it's not about proving the character. We have to prove that in the 90 minutes. You know, we can't only bring that out when we concede a goal, we have something against us. We need to be consistent through the 90 minutes. Doesn't matter the result, we have to be always trying to find a way to win the game. And unfortunately for us, we conceded a late goal and we had to score a late winner.
How significant a victory can this be? Did you as players need this victory tonight?
Of course, at this club you need to win every game. You need to win every game. You know that if you don't win games here, it's going to be difficult, it's going to be tough moments, because this is a massive club. This is used to win games. And I hope that our fans never can get used to lose games, even these toughest periods. You know, I want them to feel that this team, even then, believing or not in the players, that this team has to win every game.
Well done, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.